What do Darth Vader, Captain Kirk, Douglas Adams, and a Balrog have in common? The answer is, you can find them all on Pluto. Hey guys, I'm Vee Laabs, and this is the Technophiles Newscast. We promised you some Pluto updates, and we are giving you those Pluto updates. There are new photos in from New Horizons. A few weeks ago, Crystalia and I had done some coverage on the whole New Horizons Pluto trip, and the fact that the information gathered from New Horizons is going to take a long time to get to Earth. Now, we got some pretty high-resolution photos of Pluto's surface from this project, but they're coming back to Earth at not quite dial-up speed, so it's going to take a while for us to get all of them. Do you remember the first few photos we got? It was just kind of a whole big picture of just Pluto. This time we get really close-up shots of the fine details. We get to see all the little things about Pluto that makes it special, the craters, the smooth bits, all the fodder that's going to give these scientists to come up with theories as to why they are the way they are. So what can we see in these new photos? Well, now it's a lot more apparent that there are some heavily contrasting areas on Pluto's surface. Principal investigator of New Horizons project, Alan Stern, has said that the diversity of the landforms on Pluto and the complexity of which they are formed rivals anything they've ever seen in the entire solar system. The photos reveal details of the most cratered section of Pluto, which is right up against the most smooth and young section of the planet. It's very interesting considering that the oldest parts are also next to the youngest parts. And craters aren't the only detailed bit of Pluto that have been discovered in these photos. There's also what scientists think are some tiny mountainous regions, or maybe even dunes that appear on the surface. This raises the question, was there wind on Pluto? Is there wind on Pluto? What could have formed dunes on Pluto, and what are the dunes even made of? Snow? Ice? Space? Sand? Hopefully we won't have to make any personal visits to Pluto to go harvest some spice melange from the sandworms in their dunes. Dunes? Sandworms? Spice melange? David Lynch. Okay, so we might not find any sandworms on Pluto, but nerdy references will abound in the naming of different features on the planet and its moon Charon. Back in April, there was a contest held for people on the internet to help submit names of what features on the planet and its moon should be. So for example, the larger regions already have their names. So that smooth part that borders the rough part, that's the Tombaugh ratio, the big heart area, and the Sputnik Platinum is the older, more cratered section of Pluto. A lot of the larger terras on Pluto have names based on former space exploration things like Pioneer and Voyager, Hayabusa and Viking. We start getting into nerdier territory with the names of some bigger regions like the Cthulhu Regio and the Balrog Macula. But as we get more specific, that's when things go off the rails in terms of names. Various craters have been nominated to be named after Captain Kirk, Spock, Uhura, Sulu, and then you've got some ones that are named after actual people, like Douglas Adams, who wrote the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series and many more amazing books, Stanley Kubrick, who directed the 2001: A Space Odyssey film, and of course some Doctor Who references, because you can't go on the internet without yelling about Doctor Who. Well, these are some painfully nerdy pop culture references to be naming features on planets and moons after. We have to think of it in this perspective, where when they were originally being named, the planets, they were named after Greek and Roman gods and stuff like that, and that was their pop culture of that era. So it could be that the Captain Kirk of now in the future will be the Zeus of some other time period. The naming contest ended back in July, and the names have been submitted to the International Astronomical Union to be actually implemented as the names of those features on the planet and the moon. So did you guys participate in this naming contest? And what pop culture names do you hope to see pop up on the surface of Pluto and its moon Charon? Let us know in the comments below, or you can tweet them at us at TechnopilesPod. You can also look us up on Facebook by searching Technophiles Podcast, or go to our website, technophilespodcast.com, where our podcast is every week, where we talk about technology and stuff, and it's super, super neat. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. If you missed my video last time about the New Horizons project, I summarized it pretty well, I think, right here. You can learn all about that, what the process was, and what all that's going to mean in the future, other than naming stuff silly names, that's important. And then David here did a video about the Mars simulation project that is happening in Hawaii. They're making a base on a volcano. Aloha! Or you can subscribe, that's also